Hello, hi. My name is Teacher Dominic, but you can just call me Dom. Today I will be here with you in class. You weren't able to make it with your teacher, so you'll be watching a recording of me in our class today. So without further ado, let's begin. All right, now today we're going to be talking about being sick. Eh, I don't like being sick. I think it feels very bad. Some people like to get sick because then they can stay home and not go to school. So they like to be sick. How about you? I want you to think. Do you like being sick or do you not like being sick? I wonder. Anyway, let's have a look at her. There's three things wrong with her. I wonder, have a look at this. She's holding her ear and it looks like it hurts. Does that mean her tooth hurts? Does she have a toothache? What do you think? I think she has an earache. Let's say that together. Earache. All right, very good. Let me type it here. Earache. So an earache is when your ear hurts a lot. Did you ever have an earache? I had an earache before. It wasn't very nice. Let's have a look at the next picture here. Now she's holding her head like this. I think that maybe her head hurts. So if we put the word ache at the end of head, she has a headache. I don't like headaches. I had one yesterday. I had to take medicine for it. How about you? Have you ever had a headache before? I bet it wasn't very nice if you did. All right, and the last picture. Now she's holding her stomach. What do you think is wrong with her there? Maybe she has a stomach ache, right? Oh, that doesn't fit there. Say for me, stomach ache. Yeah, sometimes when your stomach hurts, that doesn't feel good either. I also had a stomach ache yesterday, along with my headache. How about you? Have you ever had a stomach ache before? If you haven't, you are very lucky, and I wish I were you. All right, so she has an earache, a headache, and a stomach ache. Oh, she's not very happy, I think. Let's see what we will talk about tonight. Let's move on to the next slide. All right, so here we have a picture of Lele and Kwan. Now, Lele is a doctor. He needs to find medicine to cure Kwan. Let's help him find that medicine. Let's talk about the things that are wrong with Kwan as well. All right, but before that, we're going to start with Search Fund. We're going to read the story. Now, are you afraid of seeing the doctor? I was never afraid. I was never scared to see the doctor. My doctor, when I was small, he was very nice. He was very kind and very lovely to go to. He was always nice to me, and my family liked him a lot. So I was never afraid to see the doctor. But how about you? Do you ever feel scared or afraid to see the doctor? If you do, I wonder why. What are some reasons? Is it because maybe you don't like the injection? Or maybe you just don't like being sick or going to the hospital? I wonder why. I want you to think about if you are afraid of seeing the doctor, why? Or if not, why do you like going to the doctor? What things do you like about your doctor? Is he kind or he or she? Are they kind? Are they helpful? Do they give you maybe some candy if you're being good? Some doctors like to give candy or nice things to help you feel better after seeing them. That's why I like my doctor. He would always give me candy. All right. Now, let's read this together. I will read first, then I want you to pause this recording, and then I want you to read. Okay? Let's go ahead. So, in 2012, a 38-year-old man in Poland had an amazing operation that changed his life. All right, go ahead and pause the video and then read this. All right, so let's keep going. Let's answer this question. So, who had an amazing operation? Did a pizza have an amazing operation? No, of course not. It was a 38-year-old man in Poland. Have you ever had an operation before? Did the doctor ever have to open you up to fix something inside your body? No. I'm glad. That's not very happy if they did. All right. Now let's finish reading. Again, I'll read again, and then you pause the video and read this by yourself. Before his operation, Derek Fijka couldn't move any parts of his body below his chest after he suffered a terrible back injury. Now he is learning to walk again. All right, go ahead and read that now, and then we'll answer the question. All right, now, why did Derek have the operation? Was it so he could eat more pizza? No, it wasn't, of course not. Being silly. All right. Before his operation, Derek Fijka couldn't move any parts, so he couldn't move anything below his chest. Like maybe his arms were okay, but he couldn't move his legs or his knees or his toes, so he could only move his arms and his head like that. That's all he could do. He couldn't move his stomach. He couldn't go like this. Cannot go like this. Can't move his legs. So that's why he needed to have the operation, to learn how to walk, learn how to move again, to fix his back injury. Yeah, very good. All right. Now, what do you think of the operation? In your opinion, what do you think of that? I think it was very helpful. I think it helped him a lot. I would, if that happened to me, and doctors told me before I would never walk again, I would love an amazing operation to give me the chance to do that. That would be very important, I think. I hope you feel the same way about this operation. If not, tell me your reasons why. What do you think is wrong with the operation, or what do you think is good with it? Think about that for a bit. While you're thinking, let's look at what Lola does for Kwan. Now, Lola gets some medicine to cure Kwan's headache. Yes, for a headache, if our head hurts, we need medicine. We can't always just let it go away by itself. Sometimes medicine will help take the pain away and help us to sleep, or help us to keep studying hard or keep working hard. So it's very important that if you have a headache, you should take some soft medicine, not so strong medicine, just little medicine to take away the pain of the headache. Yeah. But you have to also know why you have the headache. That's very important, so you can stop yourself from having it again. Now, Lola with the medicine can cure Kwan's headache. Yes, medicine's very good at curing headaches. Also, drinking lots of water is good at curing headaches. So if you don't like water and you get headaches a lot, you should drink more water. Okay, very good. Now let's move on to talk fun. Now, Lola is not sure how he can talk about his symptoms. We're going to talk about this word a little bit later, okay? But just quickly, symptoms means what is wrong with the person, what things. A headache is a symptom. Toothache, stomachache, these are all symptoms, the things that are wrong. Lola doesn't know how to talk about his symptoms. He doesn't know how to tell the doctor about his symptoms. So we have to help him choose the right things to say. So the doctor says, "What seems to be the problem?" Now, Lola, being silly, doesn't know what to say. So let's see. I think it's this one. I have had a bad cough and a sore throat. I think that one. What do you think? Do you think that one's right? Or do you think it's wrong? Let's find out. Oh no, I was wrong. I think you were right though. Very good. Yeah, so this is the right answer. Because when we have to think before we answer, we use well. Well, make it longer. Well, I have had a bad cough and a sore throat. So when you need to think about your answer, you say well, and you say it longer so you can think. Well, I have had a bad cough and sore throat. All right, so let's move on to the next question now and help Lola answer again. So the doctor says, how long have you been having all these symptoms? Now, he's going to think again before he answers. So remember, with well, we made it longer. So I wonder what the right answer is here. I wonder if I can guess right this time. Can you help me? All right, I've made my decision. I've had them for about 3 days now. That's what Lolo says. I think I'm right. What about you? Do you think that's what Lolo says or not? Let's find out who is right. Boom! Oh, I'm wrong again. Oh, I think you are right again. Of course, you're so smart. You should be my teacher. Good work. Now, in this answer, Lola has to think for a second. Just like with the well, we're going to draw it out. So Lola says, instead of saying, oh, like surprise, we're going to make it longer. Like, well, oh, I've had them for about 3 days now. So we're going to make it much longer so we can think. Oh, well, you can use them both in the same way. Just make it longer so you can think before you answer. Okay? So, to sum up, when you are not sure about the answer to the question and you need to think, make sure you make it longer, and you can use well and oh. Well, oh. Okay, let's practice here now. Ooh, no practice here, sorry. We'll practice later. Now, Lola has some medicine to cure Kwan's stomachache. Now, I get stomachache sometimes, but I never take medicine. How about you? Do you take medicine for a stomachache? Usually, I just drink water. That's it. It helps make the stomachache go away by itself. I think maybe we don't need medicine. But, according to Lola, he can now cure Kwan's stomachache. So Kwan will stop looking so sad and feel better because his stomach won't hurt. Now, did you ever take medicine for a stomach ache? Did it work? Did it take away the pain or did it do nothing? I wonder. I'd like to hear your thoughts one day. All right, now it's showtime. So here we're going to look at Kwan's condition. Now we're going to talk about his condition. So we have here 3 words: symptoms, diagnosis, and prescription. So like I said earlier, the symptoms are the things that are wrong with you when you are sick. Okay, so these are what symptoms are. These are the things that are wrong with you, like a headache, a sore throat, a stomach ache. These are all symptoms. When you put them together, okay, so the person has a stomach ache, has an earache, has a headache, then the doctor can know what is wrong with you. When they add them all up, they can give you the diagnosis. So the diagnosis is the when the doctor knows all your symptoms, they can tell you what is wrong with you. Okay, so that's what the diagnosis is. Now, after that, after they can tell you what's wrong, they need to fix you, right? So they usually do that by giving medicine. Now, that medicine, or when they give you medicine, that's called the prescription, the last word there. So prescription means when the doctor tells you what medicine you should, let me put that down here, you should take, or what things you need to do to get better. Ooh, we can't see that last part there, unfortunately. So yeah, that's when the doctor tells you to take some medicine or tells you other things you could do to get better. Like if you have a stomach ache, most likely doctors will not give you medicine. Maybe Lolo is silly. He wants to give medicine to everybody for everything. Sometimes doctors don't give medicine for stomach aches. They will say, okay, go home, go to bed, drink lots of water, have some chips to make your stomach feel better. Some snacks like that, these salty snacks to replenish your salts. Yeah, that kind of thing. All right, so let's have a look at Quan. Now we're going to make some sentences here. We're going to use the sentence structure. So the doctor is going to, or the doctor will ask, like, what is wrong with him if we're talking about Quan? What is wrong with him? And then the answer would be, he has, or he has had a bad cough, a sore throat, and an earache, And how long has he been sick? Oh, he has been sick for the last 3 days, but it's becoming worse now. Ah, I know what's wrong with him. He has the flu. All right. So, what should Quan do to get better? If we were the doctor, what would our prescription be? Number one, he should take 3 aspirin with water. That's a lot of medicine. Okay, he's a robot. He can handle it. Don't you do this though. He should take 3 aspirin with water every 5 hours. Yeah, that's okay. That's insane. He's a robot. He can handle it. Number 2, have plenty of rest. Yes, we all need rest. Even robots need rest too. And number 3, drink lots of water. Although Quan is a robot, so maybe he should drink oil because maybe water will rust or break his body. Now that we've talked about Quan, let's talk about Lele. Now, we only have the diagnosis and some keywords for the prescription, so we need to fill in the others ourselves. So, let's use the sentence structure again. Let's talk about Lele's symptoms. What were his symptoms? So, he has had a headache. Oh, that's not how you spell headache, sorry. Headache, an earache, and he has been sneezing a lot. Yeah. Okay, number 2, how long has he been ill? I guess we'll have to make that up. He has been sick for the past 3 days, but he is getting worse now. I guess. Let's pretend he's got the flu, but a bad cold. So he's got a bad cold. So what is our prescription for Lele? He should take 2 aspirins every 4 hours. What should he have? Yeah, he should have some fruit. And he should drink some wine, right? That will help him get better. Wine. No, he should drink, of course, whenever we're sick, we should drink lots and lots of water. All of the sickness. Whatever our sickness is, we just drink lots and lots of water. It really helps. Very good. Thank you for working on this with me. We're finished with showtime. So let's move on now to the next part. Oh my god, look at this medicine. What's wrong with Quan now? Oh, he's got an earache. Where will he put that needle? In the ear? Oh, I hope it doesn't go in his ear. But now, even with that needle that I hope does not go in Quan's ear, he can cure his earache now. Please tell me, where do you think Lele will put that needle in Quan's body? Do you think it will go in his ear? Or maybe his eye? Oh no, that's too painful. All right, now we're moving on to the last big part of our class. You're doing very, very well. Now let's begin with our PET mock test. Okay, now let's have a look at the picture here. We're going to answer these questions. So number 1, where are they? Which room or which place are they in? For me, I think they're in the hospital. How about you? Do you think the same thing? All right, so number 2, what is on the desk? I can see maybe I think that's medicine, and I can see some flowers. Okay. What else can you see? Maybe I missed something. Can you see anything that I missed? Now, have a look at the nurse. This one here is the nurse. What is the nurse doing? What do you think she's doing to the patient, to the lady in the bed, the patient, to the sick lady? For me, I think maybe she's taking some blood, or she's preparing for the tube to go into her arm. It's called the IV, or intravenous drip. So maybe she's preparing that. What do you think she's doing? Do you think maybe she's massaging her hands, making her hands feel better by rubbing them? What do you think? Or maybe they're holding hands like best friends. Do you think they're doing that? All right. And the last one, how do they feel? Have a look at their faces. For me, I don't think the lady is happy, because when you're sick, generally, even like if you're sick and you don't go to school, but your feeling is not good. So I don't think you would be very happy about that. And the nurse, even though her face is covered like this, we can tell that she's very serious. Maybe not happy or sad, but she's very serious. She's concentrating on her job. So the patient is not so happy. She's sick. And then the nurse is serious. She's concentrating on her job. So here we're going to talk about this for 1 minute straight. So let me go ahead first, and then I want you to pause the video after I'm done, and then I want you to try and do the same as me, or come up with your own way of talking about the picture. Okay, now feel free to use the hints and the words from the word bank to talk about the picture, or you can use your own words. Okay. All right, now I will begin. In this picture, I can see two people. One is a patient and the other is a nurse. They are in the hospital. The nurse works in the hospital. The patient is there because she is sick. On the table in the foreground, I can see some flowers and the medicine that the nurse is using to put the intravenous drip, or the needle, into the patient's hand. Maybe that's how the food, or how liquid will go into her body. Instead of drinking water, she will have all her food and all her water go into her body. Or maybe it's there for medicine if she can't take the medicine. She looks very sick. Now I can see that it's very bright. The windows and the blinds are open, so there's plenty of light, and she does look comfortable. Although she is not happy. The patient is not happy because she's sick. Her face is a little bit so-so, a little bit sad because she doesn't feel good. The nurse is concentrating very hard on her job, so she doesn't look happy or sad. She's just serious about doing her job. So they are both in the hospital, and I hope that the nurse is going to help the patient feel better. All right, and that's it for the picture description. Now it's your turn. Please pause the video and talk about it non-stop for 1 minute. Talk about everything that you can see there, and then why that will help you to say for 1 minute. All right, go ahead. Let's begin. All right, so now that you're done with your picture description, let us move on. Now, Kwan is sneezing. Achoo! Achoo! Yeah, so Kwan is sneezing a lot. Do you like to, I mean, of course you don't like to sneeze, but do you sneeze sometimes? I sneeze sometimes. But I never take medicine for my sneeze, especially this medicine. I don't think this is the right one to take for a sneeze. I think Lerler is just grabbing all the medicine that he can see. Here's some medicine for you and some medicine for you. But anyway, Lerler thinks he can cure Kwan's sneeze. Did you ever have to take medicine because you were sneezing a lot? I've heard some people have to take medicine for that, and then they go to sleep for the whole night and they don't move because the medicine is very strong. Yeah. If you have taken medicine for that, then you know what I'm talking about. All right, and now we're on to the last part. Now, like that lady in the picture in the mock test, she was not so happy. But how about you? How do you feel when you are sick? Are you happy? Are you one of the few people in the world who is happy when they are sick? Me, I'm not happy. Now I am happy, but if I'm sick, I'm like, okay, now, why? How do you feel when you're sick? That's how I am when I'm sick. I'm not so happy then. And many people are like that, but then there are some people who are happy. Are you one of those people? I wonder. Now, when we have to go to the hospital, or if we need to call 120 to get help, like to go to the hospital or ask for police, we need to give them some information. So, for instance, we need to give them our name. Of course, they need to know who we are. We also need to give them our address. They need to know where to get us from. They need to know how to get to us so they can help us. We need to tell them our problems, of course. Like, oh my God, I'm dying. My heart isn't beating anymore. Please send an ambulance. I need to go to the hospital. Of course, that won't ever happen. But yeah, that's the problem. And then, of course, 120 will then tell us the things that we need to do, and then how long we should wait until the ambulance or police or firemen will be there to help us, okay? So sometimes they will give us instructions. Okay, your heart isn't beating, give yourself an electric shock. Don't really do that, okay? That's just me being silly. That will not help. If your heart will always keep beating. Don't worry about that. So yes, they will give you instructions, and then they will tell you how long the ambulance or the police or the firefighters will be until they get to where you are. Okay? All right. So now that Kwan has a toothache, toothaches are the worst. Have you ever had a toothache before? I used to get a lot of toothaches before, and you have to take very strong medicine to take the pain away. So yeah, toothaches are really bad. If Kwan has a toothache, I feel bad for him, and I hope Lolo can give him the right medicine to cure his toothache. Yeah. Did you ever have to take medicine for a toothache? I hope you didn't. I hope you were very lucky to not have a toothache. All right. Now, Kwan has had a lot of medicine. He's had a lot of medicine and he's had a lot of symptoms today. Lola has been very kind in giving him medicine, like giving him candy. However, Kwan is now crazy because he's had too much medicine in one day. I'm sure he feels better, but he's also crazy. Let us all pray for Kwan and hope that he feels better soon. Lola, don't give out too much medicine. Don't be silly like that. Okay? All right, we're almost done. Last part of our lesson. So have a look at this list here. Which ones have you done before? Now, I have had a birthday party. I have swum in the sea. I have spoken to a foreigner. I have traveled with my parents. I have had a picnic. I have cooked for my parents. How about you? Which ones have you done before? Hmm. Well, while you're looking at that, I'm going to go and read number two. Now, what have you never done before? For me, I have never gone skydiving, which leads me into number three. I would love to try skydiving. How about you? Would you like to do that? I mean, if you haven't done it already, would you like to try skydiving? I think I would. I would love to jump out of the airplane and then float all the way down to the ground. That would be so exciting. I think. Yeah. All right. Well, we are now at the end of our lesson. Thank you so much for watching this recording with me today. I'm sorry that you weren't able to make it to class, but I hope this was able to help you get through the lesson. I hope you had some fun watching me while I was making a fool of myself throughout the class. I've had a great time laughing with you, and I hope you were able to come up with some great opinions about our lessons today, or about the topic of our lesson today. So, remember, when you are sick, it's good to take medicine, but sometimes we don't need to take medicine when we are sick. So always make sure that you talk to your doctor first. Maybe they have another way for you to get better without having to take medicine, or they think it's serious enough that you will need to take medicine. So always talk to your doctor first. Don't be like Lola and give out medicine everywhere. Lola is not smart. You are. So thank you so much for a great class today. You did really, really well. I hope that I can see you again soon. Thank you for your time. See you next time. Bye-bye.